Alright, welcome again in another tutorial. So mpaka sasa nimetengeneza tutorial 44 za topic ya differentiation. Na tutorial yangu ya mwisho kabisa kuitengeneza kwenye topic ya differentiation ilikuwa inaitwa Introduction to Partial Derivatives. Na baada wakati natengeneza ile video nilisema tutorial itakayofuata haitakuwa tena differentiation, itakuwa topic mpya ya integration. Kwa hiyo sasa karibu kwenye integration. Welcome to integration. So in order to understand integration, you must first recall differentiation. So kwenye differentiation, if you differentiate a function f of x with respect to x, you get another function f dash x. This f dash x we said is called the derived function, or in other words the derivative. Sasa chukulia someone gives you the derived function, okay? Alafu anakuambia find the original function. Sasa hii f of x hii kabla hauja differentiate hii itafute. The process that is used here is called integration. And that is why we say integration is the inverse of differentiation. Look, ukiwa na f of x, ukidifferentiate unapata f dash x. Lakini uki-integrate hii f dash x, you only get f of x. Ndio maana integration is called the inverse of differentiation. Okay? It's just like ukichukua 2 jumlisha 2 unapata 4. Lakini 4 toa 2 unapata 2. Unarudi kule mwanzo. Kwa hiyo ulifundishwa kujumlisha, darasa la ngapi sijui, ulifundishwa kujumlisha, ukafundishwa kutoa. Addition, subtraction was like the inverse of addition. Ukafundishwa kuzidisha, then ukafundishwa kugawanya. Division was like the inverse of multiplication. Now from 5 wanakufundisha integration, differentiation kwanza. Okay, then wanakufundisha nini? Integration. So integration is just the inverse of differentiation. So now this integration has two parts. We have the finite integrals, or finite integration, and also we have the infinite integration of infinite integrals. Sasa hii finite integration, it just takes into account kitu tunaita the limits of integration, au kwa lugha nyingine tunaziita the limits of summation. Sasa hii limit ni kwa mfano labda mtu akakwambia sum xi from I, au hata for simba, from I is equal to A to I is equal to B. Sasa hii A mpaka B, hizi ndo zinaitwa limits. Kwa hiyo ukiintegrate a function kwa kuzingatia hizi limits, ndo tunaita nini? Finite integral. Sasa infinite integral zenyewe haziconsider limit. Okay? Na unapofanya infinite integral lazima utapata constant fulani c unknown, okay? So you are going to get a known constant c. So look, hii summation na integration zina relation fulani na nitakuja kuielezea kwenye tutorials zinazokuja, okay? So kuna finite integration where you consider the limits of integration, na kuna infinite integration where you don't consider the limits of integration. Infinite integration, you're going to get c, a constant that is unknown. So now, the summation of, the notation for integration, okay? Mathematics is not maneno. It's just numbers, symbols, and letters. So, ukitaka differentiate a function f of x, unaandikaje? Unasema ni d over dx. Hii ndo symbol ya differentiation, ambapo unapata f dash x. Sasa nikitaka kuintegrate f dash x, symbol yake ni nini? I. No, it's not I, it's s. something like s lakini sio s. Umeona hiyo ndivyoandika hivyo hivyo. So I want to integrate f dash x with respect to x. Nikidifferentiate with respect to x, d of x naweka chini kama naigawanya. Nikiintegrate with respect to x, dx naweka kama naizidisha hapo pembeni. So this one is integrating f dash x with respect to x. So jibu litakuwa nini? Litakuwa ni ile original function, okay? Plus c, because this is infinite integral, so I must plus c, where c is a known constant. Na uwezo ukaijua c mpaka uwe na limits of integration. So hizo infinite integrals tutakuja kuzisoma mbeleni kwa undani, okay? For now just see how integration is the inverse of differentiation. So hii ndo alama yake. So for example, kwenye differentiation tulisoma, na kama umeangalia video tutorials za Mde Academy unaweza kudifferentiate x cube with respect to dx. Unapata nini? 3x squared. So niki integrate 3x squared now with respect to x, napata nini? Napata x cube. Okay, so integration is just the inverse of differentiation. Plus c anyways, where c is a constant. So c can be anything, could also be 0. You are not going to be able to determine c if you do not have the limits of integration. So you can see there that integration is the inverse of differentiation. Okay, so it's just like that. It's just like that. When you differentiate this, the square root of x, you get 1 over 2 the square root of x. So it means when you integrate now e 1 over 2 the square root of x with respect to x, I'm just going to get the square root of x. So it's just the inverse of differentiation. Plus c, where c is a constant. You see? Differentiation, integration. So differentiate square root of x, napata 1 over 2 radical x. Integrate 1 over 2 radical x, napata square root of x. Integration is the inverse of differentiation. Okay? It just goes like that. Okay? When I differentiate 1 over x ambao sasa tuna x power negative 1, I get negative 1 over x squared. So when I am going to integrate negative 1 over x squared dx, means I'm just going to get what? Malizia mwenyewe 1 over x there. Okay? Plus c. So c is constant. So integration is just the inverse of differentiation. So see you in the next tutorial kwenye hii topic ya integration. Let's go mchaka mchaka.